Hello and welcome to Green Labyrinth's first podcast.
So we're all teachers here, and my name is Rahima.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Steph.
So it took us a while to get here because obviously all the planning for podcasting,
Setting it up.
Yeah, setting it up.
Yeah, we'll pretend that we know what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, we've got an actual musician here, so we've got someone who's quite humble who won't even say he's.
And some expertise as well.
Yeah,
So
a little bit.
like technical sides usually like I'm cool with, but microphones no, can't.
Yeah, I can pretend like I know what I'm doing, so it's good. I can just about blank.
Good acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Stefan is a really good TA here. He teaches the students, and we didn't actually know he used to be in a band in the charts.
Yeah.
So
I have no. I said this to you yesterday. I don't know anything about music and bars or whatever you talked about and trying to explain it to me. I'm like, I'm so like, I don't know what.
We all got a bit starstruck though, like a celeb here working at Green Labyrinth, but
I was cool.
yeah.
I had pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's what. So today's podcast, we just want to sort of get all the insight of all the celeb sort of lifestyle you had and what it was like to go from music to education.
No, but he's got a bit of a fan going here as well.
Yeah, he's got a fan base.
Not because they know all this stuff, but just as a TA, like they really work well with you, and it's nice, and they work well with all the other TAs. They all do such a good job, and that support is so important as a teacher, because you can't be everywhere and help every single student, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. No, it's nice to be in a teaching environment. I say it to everyone, but like Green Lab, I didn't even know that this kind of education place existed.
Yeah.
So it's nice to kind of come in, do like some volunteering, and then immediately fall in love with.
Oh, that's really nice.
Really good.
Yeah, exactly. Because I hated school, and like didn't really get on at college. Like I got A levels and stuff. I just kind of jumped through hoops because I had to. Not enjoyed it. But then here, I think everything they teach, the relationship with the kids, everything is.
Well, you're learning something new every day.
Yeah,
sort of in our training, it was brilliant the other day.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Nick and Laura did such a good job, and I think, and they did it from teaching the Unteachables, I think.
Yeah.
And the wealth of knowledge that they had from their experience and from different places, I think that was really awesome, because they've got a counselling background and Senko and working with blacks and stuff, and
we've got a lovely mixture here. We've got so much experience. It's just a lovely team, and obviously and everyone's got different experiences, different walks of life. So Stefan here, I came across. Who did I come across? I came across one of the members of staff at lunch. They said, "You do know you've got really." Humble.
It was Nick.
You've got you've got a really humble TA, and I was like, why is that? Oh, Stefan used to be in kind of the Atlas, and I was like, oh wow, that's amazing. How would you go from recording, and then we spoke about it, you said you was in the charts and
I think we got what was the highest we got? It was like number 3 in the singles charts or something.
Oh, brilliant.
So it was quite a good.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Yeah.
Number 3.
So how old was you when you first started the recording? How did you get into it?
Both my parents are music teachers, so I've always been into.
Is it in your blood?
I think it has to be. Yeah. So I got into it just through loving music, and I'd come home from school, and my mum and dad would still be teaching because they used to teach from home.
Oh, amazing.
So they used to go out to schools, teach, and then come home, and like kids after school would come around
the
house.
Oh, that's cool.
So I was like constantly surrounded by music, and then I've always been in bands since I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I think my first band was Ella's Unable, which is named after Nick's.
That is such a funny story.
What? You've got a band?
That story. She missed it completely.
So the story.
Let's make our audience chuckle as well.
Yeah. So me and 2 of my friends who went to school with Nick's daughter.
Yeah.
We used to be in a band together, and we kind of just were playing, but didn't really have a name or anything like that. And we always used to write, forge letters from Nikki and her husband Stu.
Oh, right.
To get Ella, her daughter, out of PE. So
Right.
it used to be Ella's unable to do PE or whatever. So then and we did it a few times. So we decided that the name of our band was going to be called Ella's Unable.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So for like the first 3 years of me being in the band, it was forge, forging letters.
Oh, amazing.
That's so cool.
Well, that's creative, obviously.
Which is hilarious.
But don't you think a name of a band should have a reason behind it?
Yeah, exactly.
But, can you imagine, like, that would be so cool.
Yeah, which was hilarious. And that same band, then, as we stopped being in Ella's Unable and started writing new music, that is the same guys as in Colour the Atlas.
Oh, right. So it's the same members. You went from Ella's Enables and then
we changed to... Yeah, we were called the Jess Hall band to start with, because Jess Hall is the lead singer for Colour the Atlas, and she was a girl that I met at school when I moved. And then we just became best friends, and then since then, and then Colour the Atlas is
how did you get what colour?
Because the premise was that we all wanted to be in a band to play music, but we also all loved travelling, so we all really wanted, so the idea was to colour the Atlas with every place that we went.
Oh, that's cool.
And we had like one of those maps that you can scratch off that where you've been.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, cool.
So I think we did most of the UK, a bit of Ireland. And then we've done, we did a gig in Poland, we recorded a music video in Poland, so we did a bit of travelling. Unfortunately, not like Europe and the rest of the world.
But still, I mean, UK is enough.
Oh, UK's
met all your fans and...
Yeah, it was incredible. We went on tour with, Newton Faulkner?
Yeah?
Yeah, so we toured with him.
Oh, wow.
Which was amazing.
So you got a bit starstruck on the way?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
For the first, it was a month and a half tour, I think. For the first 2 weeks of the tour, we just sort of hovered around his dressing room and were like, we didn't speak to him at all, and then for the second half of the tour, he sort of made himself known, and we'd have chats with him on pub and loads of stuff. So we got to know him really well.
And you learn things from people like who've got more experience.
How to work.
Yeah, how to work.
So hard.
Yeah, and I suppose it's like here, we've got so many sort of experienced and talented members of staff that we can learn so much on the way.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I think it's just constant training on the job. It's such a diverse group.
Yeah.
And the students are all different too, so it's nice to have different viewpoints and experiences to help them. Yeah, definitely. But I have no idea who you're on tour with. I don't know these people.
Oh, don't worry. Oh,
no, that's good. I'll show you after.
Okay. Google him.
He's really good. It's like, so he's like this big guy with dreadlocks. He like plays the guitar as a drum as well as the guitar.
So so cool.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
So watching that every day, so he would do like an hour's sound check before the show, and then he would do an hour and a half show. But we would support him, and the crowd.
Oh, you would support him as well.
Yeah, so we would support him on tour. So we would come out and play to the crowd first.
Yeah.
And then we'd go off stage and he'd come on.
Oh, that's an achievement in itself, really.
So
supporting such a big star like that.
Yeah, and the shows that we were doing were like, I think the biggest one we did was Brixton Academy. That was like 4,500 people.
Oh, amazing!
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. And I get to hide behind a drum kit, so I was okay, but
We still got to do the cool stuff with the sticks, like and stuff. That's all I know.
I think I tried once to spin my drumsticks. I thought, I'm going to be really cool. Spin my drumstick, and I dropped it straight away. So I was like, I'm just going to hold these.
Well, you're only human.
Yeah, exactly.
Accidents happen.
That made so when we did Secret Santa, Ray was so chuffed of what she had for you. So were they pencils?
Yeah,
but they're plastic pencils.
How
cool is that?
Start practicing again.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, my mum has bought me those religiously for like the last 10 years for Christmas as well. So it's like an ongoing joke that I get drumstick pencils.
Right.
So the fact that the first thing that Ray got me was those was just
that's so cute.
Hilarious.
But yeah, it's just so how did you get from sort of thinking education? How do I get going from music to education? Two different careers.
Oh yeah, massively.
Who approached you? Did Nick approach you about here?
About coming here? Yeah. Well, so I went in for a counselling session with Nick because I just heard I've known Nick for probably 15 years.
Yeah.
And just thought it'd be really cool. I quite enjoyed the fact that therapy is available, and I think knowing more about yourself is quite a good thing.
Yeah.
So I just off the cuff went in and had a chat with Nick, and then I was sort of in the middle of, I just stopped working in care, and I was sort of unemployed, but sort of not, doing odd jobs, but really just wanted to concentrate on what I wanted to do as a career. And I've done music for my entire life, and I've taught drums for a few years, and I love teaching, and I've obviously been surrounded with my parents. So I just thought, I wonder what goes on here. And she said, come around and have a look, and maybe do some volunteering.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I literally came in and was volunteering for a month before Christmas.
Well, you fit in
and
really.
And the kids dragged you to boxing, so we did boxing as part of enrichment.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they get attendance for stuff that they want to do, like boxing or arts.
They work really well with them.
And they've been asking for music for so long on the Learn a Voice,
yeah.
and now we can start offering it. It's awesome.
Exactly.
And I think it just immediately it was kind of like,
it just clicked with the students, didn't it? It really did. And I think, you know, although obviously your music background is in the past, it's still present because you do music therapy with them as well, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to try and do some, again, using the word therapy in real loose terms. But music therapy being like, same with enrichment, you know, get them to just be in a real comfortable, safe space for themselves, and they can...
It's scary growing up in a 10, 18.
And there's no right or wrong answer with music. They can be into thrash metal, or they can be into Justin Bieber, it doesn't matter. And they can try and write music, they can twin it with their emotions and their relationships and their experience, so that's what I want to...
It's something they will love to do. I mean, the music therapy session you had last Friday, they were loving it. You've done the TV theme, so like
tunes.
Friends and
EastEnders.
Because
I've seen so many videos and seminars and stuff on how it can help people with dementia and Alzheimer's recover old memories and things like that.
Yeah.
So I thought I wanted to try that, but on the level, I mean, I know these kids have had some traumatic experiences and stuff, so I don't want to, you know, twin music with things like that, or maybe use it to get over those things, or something like that. So just using music in memory, and it was hilarious how annoyed, but in a good way, they got when they couldn't remember the song. Like, oh, I've definitely heard this, I know this from somewhere.
Really gets them engaging as well, sort of. Oh, where have I heard that from? You know.
It's exactly. And it could be something that they heard yesterday because they watched that TV program every day, or it could have been 10 years ago when they were a kid. So I tried to sort of
balance out.
Next time you should drop in like High School Musical and see what happens. Cause,
that was a guilty pleasure.
Because some of them, because they were all like babies, and they shy, they become red, but they admit, we used to dance along to that.
I'm trying to think of ones that I actually put down. So a few of them did know. You know, I put in some quite old films. So like the original Jurassic Park, they struggled with because obviously the newer ones they would have seen, but the older one came out when I was a kid. So I'm a little bit older than them. And
I
things
remember
like Jaws.
bits of
But even so, like music from way before they were born, they might have heard it from their parents.
Yeah.
You know, because I know Wham and things
like
that, and it's because my mum was around it all the time. You know.
Yeah.
So it's just it depends on your family what kind of music they like.
Oh, 100%.
So I was brought up with the 80s. Sorry, Mum, if you're listening. Wham literally done my head in. So it was just like, here we go again.
I think my mum and dad, they were quite good actually, my mum and dad. They used to listen to a lot of jazz, so I listen to a lot of jazz now. But it was a lot of like Pink Floyd. And
Pink Floyd,
Genesis and things like that. So it was quite a good household to grow up in.
It's nice to see as well what they've all grown up with. But it's just literally here. It's been so a door's opened for you in such a positive way.
There's so many genres out there, but the kids, the minute they want to get onto a computer or their phone, not all of them now, but a lot of them before, they just listen to grime that just was so removed from like reality and stuff.
Oh, exactly. I think it's good that they like that genre of music, or they like a genre of music they can relate to, but it's always good to have a few different genres, or at least be introduced to it, you know. Give me a reason why you think that's rubbish. You know, don't just say, it's rubbish because it's not grime.
Well, so they make you feel incredibly old as well. It's like, turn off that song. Oh, you don't know what you're missing. I said, well, I don't really want to be listening to that right now. And it's just, I think their song choice can make you feel a lot older, incredibly older than them. Which is the music we listen to as well. So obviously, what kind of music did Colour the Atlas mainly?
So we've been described by loads of different.
Was it rock or was it pop?
No, not really.
Indie? Because I loved indie.
It was kind of indie, but also a bit like, the only thing I can describe it as being like, it's kind of London grammar, so it's sort of electronic. But
house sort of.
Bits of it's kind of a mishmash.
Yeah, obviously I've listened to it and it's just sort of it's really interesting because obviously music's changed over the years. Yeah. And so what was the genre that you used to sort of?
We didn't really have one because we just wrote music and then put out. So each CD that we made was totally different to the last one, which we loved.
Yeah, I mean it's a variety.
But other people, would think like, well, what genre of music are we So one magazine called us New Folk Hip Hop, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
Oh, right.
So I have no idea what that is, but it sounded cool, so we sort of went with
I don't
that.
think there is no genres these days. Everyone's sort of
everything's
making different kinds of music, or, you know, one year and then to the next.
Yeah. But we just thought, because we'd all known each other for sort of 10 years, even before we'd started making music, we'd known each other for so long, so it was really natural just to get in the studio with each other and, you know, just...
I bet it was like family as well, like touring with family.
Yeah,
so
and we would practice 5 times a week, so it was... We were at college together, and we played music together, and then we went and did gigs at the weekend, so we practically lived with each other for like 8 years. So it was,
That's a long time.
Yeah, I suppose it's like here, one big happy family. It's nice.
Yeah.
We all get
we weren't happy all the time, but
no, it won't.
No, you have those like ups and downs, but that's natural.
Yeah, it's natural. But deep down, you actually do enjoy working with the people that you see, you know, a lot of the time. Because you think work is literally 80% of life, Monday to Friday.
Yeah, it's so true, because you leave for the day and the whole day, pretty much.
Yeah, I always said work needs to be something you enjoy.
Yeah,
of course, some people can go to work, do some mundane job, and then come home and they sort of live for the weekend. Or
See, I've never got that because, well, Green Labyrinth was my first permanent proper job. So I worked in the hospital for 10 years on the nurse bank. You know, healthcare assistant. I loved it. Don't get me wrong.
But you worked at a school back in 2011. You left to go out of Swindon in the school. Was it like a little kids' school?
So I taught in Marlborough as well. It was like a private nursery. It was a prep school.
Well, Marlborough College, was it?
Well,
really posh.
It was very posh. But do you know what? I weren't sort of posh as them, but they made me feel so welcome, and I loved it. But unfortunately, because it wasn't the age group I wanted to teach, it was actually someone from there who said, you know, you've got a degree, and what are you doing working in a nursery, if you don't mind me asking? I said, well, I don't actually know. She said, haven't you thought about teaching older children? I thought, well, yeah, I have, but you know when you don't get around to doing it?
Yeah.
So that's when I looked, and it was literally summer, went online, looked for PGCE courses, found one at Swindon College that was part-time, part of Oxford Brookes, did it. And I was really lucky because I applied in June. It was summer term, and I got in September.
When was that? 20 what?
2011, yeah.
Oh, okay.
2011,
yeah. Because I met, so Sarah and I, our families grew up together, like, so I've always known her grandparents and stuff, I've seen at the shop and stuff, and her mum was my dinner lady at school, so from her 2 sisters, one sister was a year older than me in school, and one sister a younger, somewhat sandwich in between, and so I came home from boarding school and I wanted to volunteer at youth club, and Sarah was leading that, and when the time came for you to leave and have like a 9-to-5 job, so she's like, do you want to be the youth club?
That's when I started Marlborough.
Yeah, and that was my first job, like youth club, and I think this is such a good mixture of education and youth work and engaging with them.
Definitely.
And you know, I
it's
think
not just a school. It's not just. I mean, I obviously praise teachers who work in schools.
It's so full on. It's a tough job, and there are lots of reasons out there why people join and then people leave, and it's that's a whole other podcast. I think.
I think
that's it. I think I've got first-hand experience that both my parents stopped. I mean, my mum's never been a classroom teacher, and my dad used to be head of music at Churchfields and Ridgeway.
And he might have been my teacher for that term.
And then he left. And then when you find out why, it's like, you know what, you can understand why not everyone's into classroom teaching.
Yeah, I totally get that, and I think so. Fast forward a couple of years, I actually taught maths. I was the head of maths at your secondary school where you went, so in Gloucester, and I loved teaching the girls. There was no behaviour issues. It was just trying to get them, just learning and stuff, and just that support and stuff. But during the commute, I had I was coming back having physiotherapy because a kid in Swindon crashed into me.
Oh, wow.
So I thought I'd have physiotherapy there after work. It would be done in a day. But then, I had a collision. And after that, when I recovered and started doing supply teaching, I said to you, why don't you supply teach as well?
Yeah, and then we got into the same agency.
Because it was with I was still at Green Labyrinth part-time, but I wanted to fill in the rest of the days somehow.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it was really good experience because we had a few different schools we went to.
Wow, in Swindon. Yeah, really interesting.
Did you go out of Borough? Did you go out of Swindon?
I went out of Borough. I went to Devizes, which was great as well.
I went to... I don't know, it starts with a W, but it was...
Womburgh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, agency work is great, but
it's
you never...
very ad hoc.
Yeah, you never feel like you're part of the team. So obviously coming to Green Labyrinth, I and it's going to sound really cheesy, but I don't time watch. I feel like time goes... Do you feel like that as well?
100%. Like yesterday was so quick.
Yeah.
But, you know, you kind of felt like you have been here for a long time.
Yeah.
You've been here a long time, but you're not looking at it and think, oh, it's only 12 o'clock and I've still got this amount of hours left.
So you don't count down the time, do you?
No, it goes so quick. You're engaging with the students all the time, got lovely tutors chatting, you know, on breaks and lunches. And everyone's always making sure you're okay and making each other cups of tea. It is actually... We should do another podcast about how we love it here.
Yeah.
but it's just amazing to work with such a good team, and it's nice. Like Stefan comes in with his skills, music, and
everyone brings something to the table, and that's really nice.
Yeah, they do.
I think that's what, because I mean, you can ask my parents. I never thought, because they were both teachers, and you know, someone said, "Oh, you know, you're a really good teacher. Why don't you go into it?" And my immediate answer was like, "Me? No, I'm not going to be a teacher." Both my parents are. No, do you think it's gone full circle? And I'm like, I actually love, I actually love teaching, but then it's because of the kids. Like, I really don't think I could teach in mainstream education like you guys can.
Yeah.
I think this is like the perfect.
I mean, we've seen a bit of everything. We've seen a bit of, you've seen prep, we've seen private, and youth clubs, and we've seen how like mainstream is, and then knowing that there's something like this, because a lot of these kids, I've probably passed in the corridor when I was supplying that year that I supplied.
Yeah.
Because I'm good with faces. I'm not so good with names, but I'm like, okay, I've seen you before somewhere.
Yeah.
And the fact as well that we're in the same year group from school.
Oh, really?
So then the kids can like, I don't know. It's just that.
It's good having
seeing their point of view, and it's like, that was a point.
So you're both the same age?
I'm 26. You're 25.
Yeah, I'm going to turn 26 this year.
And I'm 30.
So
just turned 30. So yeah. I mean, we didn't even introduce ourselves because we're so into talking about
time
music.
For that,
we'll go on to another podcast. I'm sure anybody who's listening doesn't know much about what we do. We'll get to that.
Yeah, of course. So much that there's hard to cover in one podcast.
We do. It's exciting, and I think listening to podcasts, there's so much out there. You know, anything you want to listen to, it's there.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to sort of do a podcast that would cover education and just real life.
Yeah, all the bits
events,
in between.
Yeah. Because we are human. It's not all about education all the time.
No, and especially when you're in an environment like this, it's hard to
not.
Yeah, it's hard to not. There's so much that you can talk about and so much that you can cover because it's not just English, maths, science, whatever. Yeah. The basic mainstream.
Just everything else as well.
We cover so much.
So if you don't mind me asking, what was your, literally, if you go back to your first day here, what was your first impression?
I genuinely thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
Because I'd never, like I said, I didn't get on well at school. I just got my head down,
Just muddled along.
Yeah, I muddled along.
Was it enduring it? Was that what it was?
Yeah, exactly. Enduring it rather than enjoying it. I mean, I made friends and everything because I'm quite a social guy, so I can make friends easily, but the work and the sort of environment of it, and because I'm dyslexic, so I might not learn the same way as everyone else or whatever, and that was just, I found that out at college because, previous to that, dyslexia in my family or whatever wasn't a thing. You just, okay, but it's going to be harder for you, so just try really hard and learn that way. Whereas I think here...
you've never had to worry about that really, is it?
No, and everything, if you don't learn a certain way, right, we're going to find another way.
Yeah.
Or another way. It's all really based on how the students learn rather than, and trying to do the best for them rather than, you need to get an A star in GCSE English, and that's what you're aiming for, and you need to do it this way, and if you can't do it that way, then
we can use our own sort of tactics.
For exams rather than preparing them for real life kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's sad sometimes.
Exams,
I get why they exist and all that stuff, but not everyone's made up for them.
Yeah.
No. And it makes the people that aren't built that way or wired that way automatically feel like, oh, well, I must be stupid if that's not the way, when actually...
And that's been one of the biggest challenges, I think, definitely in maths. Like, I had some students like, I find, I'll censor the language, but I find maths and you know you can fill in the space. And the teacher used to always pick on me and this, that, and the other. But look, I wouldn't ever pick on you if you didn't want to say. Just say, look, I didn't say. And I think it's nice that we've built up that relationship with the students in a classroom environment where they, you know, hopefully they carry on like that. When they, you know, they enjoy the fact that
they do, definitely.
And even if they're learning maths or something that they wouldn't find necessarily interesting, because I mean, at the age of 16 or however old these kids are, maths probably isn't top of their priority.
No, it isn't.
But the fact that they still turn up every day, and due to the being, you know, the right way it's taught, and you know,
that's enough for us, really. I think we're sort of ticking boxes when they come in to, you know, chat and socialise, and actually maybe if some of them, I mean, maths isn't everyone's cup of tea, English isn't everyone's cup of tea, but to be sat there and actually trying to listen and absorb some of it, we're ticking boxes. And that's what we're about at Green Labyrinth, really, isn't it, guys?
And they, definitely. And just think, how was your first day?
My first day was interesting because, as
it's not long ago.
It's not September, and now we're into March. So immediately, I felt like I've really sort of become part of the team. And where obviously I've been through into agencies and on bank sort of work placements, I haven't really felt part of the team. Going through agency or hospital bank, you know the team you're having a debrief with the morning isn't going to be your team tomorrow. Whereas the team here, it took me a while to get used to that, and I love it.
But with supply chain, it's kind of like they give you a list and you just get on with it.
And it's very isolating as well.
And it's like you know, you don't know who to talk to in the staff, and so you don't really go to the staff that much. And
well, we walk in, and it's a lovely debrief.
But if we were ever in together, then we'd sit. But you know,
but it's rare.
Like I'll be honest, like I very I started 3 years ago, so before this building even existed. So, you know, back in our old premises, much smaller, and you know the interview went really nicely and stuff, and they were really welcoming. But then the students and stuff, it was like I didn't think they'd ever seen like or been in close proximity. They probably have seen, but never chatted to a Asian Kajabi girl that just didn't. I didn't, and I understand where they come from and everything. But we were never in the same room together. I think that was something I can never ever like forget, because it's just, I just think it was like a ceiling had been shattered kind of thing. And a boundary, and I've never looked back, and it's just
see, when you start somewhere new, it is the like
and the culture clash and everything, like
doesn't exist here. It's all, everyone's so welcoming. It's great.
And that's the thing, even though it's, you know, in quote marks, the hard to reach kids or whatever that you would assume wouldn't be so diverse or whatever, they lap it up. It doesn't matter, you know, you've got some kids who come from totally different backgrounds to others, or are into totally different things, but at the end of the day, they're in the class together. They actually do get on, you know, and they're really open to learning so many different things, and they don't know how useful it's going to be to them in life. Like we can, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. We can all say, you know, I wish I did this at this age. But they're sort of getting that without realising. So I think it's a really, it's sort of, you're on the front line, you're hands-on, which is really good.
Yeah, definitely. We are looking forward to doing more podcasts, you know. There's so much to talk about. Literally on our break yesterday, we was talking about another topic, and it would have been a good podcast, so
Yeah, I think, this is it for the first one. I think it's done pretty well.
It's good.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening.
There is more to come.
There is more to come.
See you later.
Thank you.